Hello, Forge of Empire fans and my guildmates. This video is a preview of the 8th harvest. And I say that because unfortunately I could not stay awake multiple times within an hour before I needed to do something. Therefore, when I did wake up, it was 6, 7, 5 hours later, and different buildings harvest at totally different hours, so all my buildings are staggered. So, if you can bear with me, it's annoying because you like to harvest in one time, but the nature of following the guide, because sometimes you harvest and you have to build a building and wait an hour for it to be ready to function the way you need it to function. It's a problem. So here I am with some of my buildings are ready to be harvested, but you can see my euphoria is not high enough, and I'm at 120% productivity. So to increase the euphoria, I harvest one of the two remaining roof tile houses that I have, and I delete it, okay? And by deleting it, I increase the ratio between the euphoria and my population. Now I need the population because I'm going to be building some other buildings, okay? Right now my third triumphal arch is not ready yet, so it's not kicking in. But by deleting the roof tile house, I reduced my population. Oh, I haven't reduced it enough. So it's still at 120%, and now I need 50% more. Wow. So the question is, what do I do next? Well, what I do next, I have 5 hours to go as far as, no, I don't want to sell, so cancel. All right. You can see here how, okay, 4 hours and 15 minutes to go. Okay. I'm not in a rush except for one thing. I'm short archers. I lost 2. And I need at least 8 in some of the battles. And then when I battle and they get wounded, they need time to heal, so I need reserves. I have none. But I have enough currently, enough coins and enough supplies to build an arch range camp so that I could supply myself with archers, okay? And I have the space for it, especially now that I deleted the roof tile house. Now, I'm still missing 2 villas, but I don't want to build villas now because I don't have the euphoria to support them. I'll only have it in 5 hours or 4 hours and 50 minutes. So it's not a problem. And the euphoria does not affect the building or the supplies of archers, at least to my, as far as I know, but maybe it does. I know in the main city, your happiness, if it drops, your military will suffer because having enthusiastic city keeps your military at a higher level. I assume the same algorithm works in quantum incursions, but I don't know. I haven't checked it yet, and I haven't seen anything in the literature about it. So, what I'm going to do is build, because I have the space, and that's one of the reasons I chose the Archers as one of my military units, because it's small. I can always take out my iron foundry building and replace it with a artillery ballistas camp. But right now that's not an issue for me, so I'm going to leave these buildings that are ready to be harvested. I don't want to harvest them at 120%. I'll get 30% more by waiting, and I can wait. It's not an issue. And that will consolidate my harvest for the next time. So let's build. Now, actually, I have space for two more villas. I'll show you where by moving. I have to be careful what I touch so I don't harvest the building accidentally. So the camp can go here. It can also go here. And that's because I built an extra road. Okay? In the guide, you only need to put one over there, okay? But because my goods building is the iron foundry, a 3x3, it can fit one down. It doesn't, if it was a jewelry or ebony or cloth, I would not have this option. Okay? But because I have the option, I can have both the iron building, the iron foundry, and the archer camp within the space. Okay? So my spaces for the villas, one here and one here. Okay? So that's what I wanted to show you. And overall, we have 8 tailors. Right now I have one villa over here. Okay? I have space for 2 more that I need to build once the harvest for the 8th harvest is completed. I have one goat farm, and right now I have 2 triumphal arches, and the 3rd one is cooking. So I'm pretty set. Now, right here, you see this 1, 2, 3 spaces. That will be my first aqueduct. And then I will build more goods so I can drop this particular well, not necessarily drop, but what I can do is if I build an expansion here, I'm going to move the building here. That'll give me space to drop him one down, and then if I remove the arch camp, because I will build enough arches that I don't need it anymore, then I will have space for 2 more aqueducts. And then I will have space here. Okay, let's move this guy. My second expansion is here. Okay, and by moving I'll put 2 triumphal arches there. That will make it 5 triumphal arches. And then I can move this particular triumphal arch and the one that's cooking one tile up, because there'll be room. And then I have room for 4 aqueducts right here. And that will give me 7 altogether, which will give me a 70 plus military boost. Okay? And then wherever I build another expansion, each expansion can easily accommodate 1 triumphal arch and 2 aqueducts. But I have to make sure I don't have too many aqueducts and enough triumphal arches to cover them. And we'll see how many goods I'll need at that point to build them. Right now I need 90 more goods to build my next expansion. So I need at least 2, probably 4 altogether, maybe even 5. I want to see how many aqueducts I can fit with as few triumphal arches, because remember, an aqueduct takes only 225 euphoria. Whereas if you build the monuments or the victory pillar, they each take 75, but 4 of them equal the boost that an aqueduct gives you, and 4 of them require 300 euphoria. So you save 75 euphoria for each aqueduct that you build, as well as the space. But it's true that for the monument and the victory pillar, you don't need, you have plenty of individual spaces all over the map, but believe me, as soon as you start building them, those spaces will be occupied and you need more expansions. So just be smart. Okay, so I'll see you in about 5 hours from now. That's when I'll do the 8th harvest, and hopefully the settlement will be complete, and then we'll just talk about strategies, how to use the settlement for the remaining week of quantum incursions, when the settlement should be producing 200,000 plus coins and 200 plus supplies per 10-hour period. And you need 100,000 each for the aqueduct and for the corresponding triumphal arch, okay? And you also need some coins and supplies to produce the goods, which I haven't figured out yet.